Welcome, everyone, back to Funny, Hot, and Very Cool.
That sounded so unenthusiastic. Welcome, everyone. We're doing this again.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm just
I don't
here
know what's
for.
happening. I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. That's all I have for you.
Did you hear my straw?
Not really. Oh, squeaky.
Mm.
It sounds like
Mhm.
when you put your like hands together and make them fart.
Yeah, I have another announcement to make this episode. I'm not kelping once again.
Crazy.
I don't have a kelp to pop. It's a little on the later side, and I really need to sleep tonight, so I had to forego the caffeine.
Meanwhile, I'm like dying, so I need
You
it.
can, I mean, yeah, enjoy, please.
If that cold opening wasn't enough for you guys.
If that wasn't enough of an indicator for why Hannah needs a jolt of caffeine. Yeah, I'm also sleepy. I can't promise that I'm not going to yawn throughout the course of this episode. Also, everyone, thanks for sticking around while we keep fucking blowing off weeks. Sometimes life hands you lemons and you are in a mental state where you're physically incapable of making lemonade. But we're back. So, hey,
We are so back. Hi,
we're
guys.
so back.
We're so funny and hot and very cool, and we're back.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm talking to people in the wild about having a podcast and they're like, "Oh, what's the name of it?" I
Yeah.
get a little embarrassed that we decided to name our podcast Funny, Hot, and Very Cool because then they just look at you and they're like, "Oh, so you
Okay.
agree. You think you're really pretty."
Yeah, they're like, okay. It's even funnier where, yeah, when you're out in the wild and it's people you really don't know at all. And
Yeah, that
yeah.
literally happened to me an hour ago.
Yeah, I feel like if you've met them like maybe once or twice, it's not as bad, but like the people you're
Yeah.
just like, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Oh.
brand new interaction. I have a podcast that basically like praises how I wish I thought about myself.
Well, yeah, here we are trying to gaslight our self-esteem still in 2024, and we're gonna
Um,
fucking do it.
yeah, and this person that I was talking to, we got into like a debate about some heated food opinions. And one of them I wanted to bring up because I know that you have a very strong stance on this.
Oh no.
And that's the existence of goldfish.
Oh yeah,
You love
I
goldfish.
do.
And for everyone listening, I'm going to be really vulnerable and open with you all right now and tell you I'm a goldfish hater.
It's
They're a
true.
stupid snack.
I love them.
I hate them.
I think they taste great, and I like that they are shaped like fish.
Yeah, this person kept being like, they're the snack that smiles back. And I'm like, I don't really need my food to interact with me.
I
I
do, and
just want
maybe
it to
that
taste
says
good, and those do not.
maybe it says more about the people eating goldfish than it does about the snack itself.
Yeah.
Maybe we're
You're
all on the spectrum together.
seeking validation from my cheese flavored crackers.
Yeah, we're all in therapy and it's fine. Or we
Yeah.
should be. Look, if you're
My therapist prescribed a Costco sized carton of goldfish.
literally, if you're over the age of like 25 and you still enjoy goldfish, just, take a look in the mirror and really think about some stuff if you're not in therapy. That's our
Well, I am in
PSA.
therapy and I don't like goldfish. So what does that say about me?
I think that's fine. I
I'm
think the
healed.
people, yeah, the people who like goldfish and aren't in therapy are like more of a red flag.
Okay, fair enough. We also got talking about soups and
Mm.
you know my strong stance on miso soup.
Yes, I do.
Um that it's dishwater with an upsetting amount of tofu in it. Um I just, yeah, it feels like when you put a bunch of dishes in the sink with food remnants on them and then the water doesn't drain. So the water gets all murky and like soggy food items. And then they put it in a bowl and put some raw tofu in it and some spinach,
It's seaweed.
whatever. That was awful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
shows you how
probably
much Kimmy knows about it because she doesn't like it so that much.
I could have used context clues for that one that it
Mhm.
definitely probably wasn't spinach, but that's fine.
It happens. Look, I discovered one of my friends recently. He doesn't like soup at all.
Um, okay, I take that personally.
Same. Okay, thank you. Same.
I'm a
I'm
soup girl.
I am a soup girl.
Do
I
you
was like,
have a designated soup spoon?
um, not a specific type of spoon. Yes, not a
Mm-hmm.
one specific spoon.
Yes, it has to be the little one.
Oh, I use little spoons for everything. Once again, disclaimer, I am in therapy and I am probably on a spectrum of some sort. Don't know which one, but I love small silverware and I will use it every day if I could.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have a problem with silverware in general. Why do the like packs of them only come with like I feel like a tablespoon is too big
Hmm.
and a teaspoon is too small. I need the middle ground spoon,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to soup because I can't get enough in the little one. It's just, yeah.
Um, in my household, we use the like Asian soup spoons that have like the
Hmm.
little deepness to them.
Yeah,
Those are the
those are quite
preferred
nice.
soup spoons
Like
for
the
all
ones that
soup.
they serve with miso soup.
Oh, yeah, or like
Yeah.
pho or ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fond of those. I do like those quite a bit.
Yeah, so those are good.
Why
But
doesn't this friend like soup? I'm not past it.
so my friend, I asked him about soup and he was just saying that it's like the texture, I guess, and he doesn't really want to like have to like drink it. But I was like, "What about smoothies?" And he was like, "Smoothies are fine because
Smoothies are arguably even more of a texture violation.
I don't know. It was I'm trying to remember exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of like, "How do you feel about a smoothie?" And he was like, "Fine with smoothies." But then the soup he didn't like, and it wasn't like specific to hot liquid and it wasn't specific to like a texture violation. And I was like, "Is it because most soups are like a savory thing and smoothies are more sweet maybe?" And he was like, "I think that's
Yeah.
it." But speaking of this too, like my sister doesn't like smoothies because
Mm.
it's a texture violation for her, really.
Hmm.
And also like she doesn't want to have to like chew on her drink, but she loves
Yes.
soup. And I think maybe it's
Yeah.
the fact that like soup is more of a food and smoothies are more of a drink that these two camps of people maybe can't get over. And it's like I'll drink it, but I
Hmm.
don't want to have to eat it versus I'll eat it, but I don't want to have to drink it.
I like a smoothie, but nothing makes me want to throw it at the wall more than when you accidentally get the like 60% ground up frozen fruit chunk in your mouth that just like didn't hit the blades at the right time somehow, even though you blended it for literally 4 minutes straight on the highest setting and stopped it so that it all sank to the bottom and started it again 50 times.
Yeah.
When I get that little piece in my mouth, I want to just spike the smoothie.
Yeah, I want to throw it at the wall. And I think that's why they invented like the Vitamix Ninja blenders, because apparently
Yeah,
those, remove
they
that issue.
they catch them all.
Apparently. That's why they're like the
Mm.
superior blenders.
Hey, well, I'll believe it when I see it
I know, but I
or
mean, I
when
don't
I
have
don't see
one.
it. Yeah,
I'll
no, I
believe it when
don't.
I don't eat it.
I go
Um,
on smoothie kicks. Like I'll have one every day for 3 months, and then I will literally be drinking one and almost regurgitate it mid sip because I get such bad flavor fatigue.
mhm.
And I'm like, if I no,
Flavor fatigue is so real. I get so bored. I have trouble with leftovers. It also
yeah.
I get skeevy with leftovers too that like
Oh,
they're old.
I'm way too lenient about that.
Yeah, I'm really weird about stuff like that. But like the smoothie like if I have it too many times, I'm like I have to take a break or else I'm going to stop
Yeah,
liking this smoothie and I don't want that to happen.
I don't do that with songs I become obsessed with.
Well,
I should.
that's true.
It's everything. I hyperfixate on everything. Although I will say I have been eating the same breakfast for over a year now,
Yeah.
and I look forward to it every single day.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like there are probably some things I could eat every day, but are they necessarily good for me? No. But the fact that
No,
your
like,
breakfast is like good for you and you still enjoy it, I think is amazing. Because I'm like, I could have a bagel, egg and cheese like every day, but
yeah. Oh my gosh. And a toasted everything bagel with cream cheese right now.
yeah.
I haven't eaten dinner. I'm so hungry, and all
Oh,
I have in my refrigerator is what I eat for lunch every day, which is the equivalent of like a toddler plate for adults. It's just like a conglomeration of vegetables and fruit and like cottage cheese and literally deli turkey slices. The occasional cracker if I like happen to have them, but
yeah.
I don't want that right now. What I really want is soup. And what
Ugh.
I want even more is to broil some fucking Chipotle.
Okay, I have not looked at any of this broiling Chipotle thing. What is this
Okay.
about?
Okay. I'm so excited.
Because
Thanks
off the
for
top of my head,
asking.
I have questions.
That's fair. And so do I, but I'm not willing to inquire about the answers to other people on the internet. I need to find out for myself. So, for everyone listening, the whole broiled Chipotle trend is when you get a Chipotle bowl and you get sour cream and cheese on the side. If you normally don't put those things on your burrito bowl, then skip over this section. It's not relevant to you. You're supposed to get those things on the side. You take your burrito bowl home or you get it delivered to you, whatever. You put the cheese down on the top, like evenly, because we all know they don't do that. And then you put the sour cream down on top, and then you broil it. So it becomes like this cheesy, melty, creamy topping to the burrito bowl, and then you eat it with chips. And the most recent hack is that people have been topping it with the vinaigrette as well. So it's just like this cheese pull delight. Um, I do have a few questions
Yeah. First of
about,
all, those bowls, when you broil them, that's a fire hazard. That has to be a fire hazard. Those bowls
yeah,
are like
well,
not microwave
maybe,
safe either. There's plastic in them.
probably. Yeah. I was thinking that as well, but that is also that thing like where you can put the pizza box in the oven for a little bit. Like that blows my mind. I'm
Well, I
like, I
mean,
just
that's cardboard and you can do that on like a very low setting. But like a Chipotle bowl has like that weird like plasticky
the
coating on the
coating.
inside.
Yeah. It's listen,
I
is
wouldn't
it
want that on my
probably giving off toxins?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we've all drank out of plastic water bottles recently and sleep with our phones under our pillows. So what's one more? You know?
I guess. I mean, okay, and then my other thing is I've never broiled sour cream. I feel like I would want to put that on top of the broiled melty cheese.
But yeah, I mean, I think that would have the same effect. I think the idea is that, like, you know how every slow cooker, like buffalo chicken dip, whatever you fucking ate at the Super Bowl, always has like a container of sour cream in it because it just adds that like
Oh,
creamy
yeah.
thickness. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's the extent of what they're doing with this. They're basically making it this like creamy cheese on top.
I understand the point of having the sour cream in it. I just don't know why you would broil with the sour cream in it. It feels like more of a bake than a broil. Like to me, a broil is like you're
Fair,
melting and
fair.
crisping and browning the top of your
Yeah.
bowl.
I think that maybe the broil, and this is my question, I don't want my guacamole and lettuce served to me hot. So
Yeah.
that's my one drawback where I'm like, maybe the broil aspect is just to really quickly melt the top so that maybe some of the temperature integrity of the internal ingredients that aren't supposed to be cold stay as such.
Yeah. So
Um,
what I'm hearing then is it's basically what everybody typically does where you mix the whole bowl together and then eat it with chips,
no, it's
except that the cheese
melting the
is all
cheese.
melted.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's not a hack, it's just you're melting cheese into your instead of having
Hannah,
regular
let
chunks of
me have
cheese.
it. I've been fixated on this for 2 weeks
It
and I'm trying
sounds
to only order out
delicious.
once a week. So, and I haven't had a week where I can, and I can't stop thinking about it, you guys.
It sounds delicious and I really want Chipotle now that we're talking about it, but I just to have like a whole trend about it is just like, okay, like you're doctoring it up a bit, maybe. Also, the
Yeah.
vinaigrette tastes delicious.
I've never tried it. I'm so
So
interested.
delicious.
I'm so
However,
interested.
however, just note that it has a lot of calories in it. It is
Well,
one of the
you're
higher
already
calorie items. I mean, it's Chipotle, so splurge, right? But like, just everyone be
yeah.
aware.
If I'm already, dude, I get extra sour cream at Chipotle. I am
Yeah,
not ordering Chipotle to cut my calories.
for
Like,
sure. But some people are gonna be like, I got like a veggie bowl at Chipotle. I'm so healthy, or a salad or whatever. And then it's just like, just be mindful that the
well,
vinaigrette is the
yeah,
secret there. Same thing with like the
condiment,
chips have tons of sodium
condom,
too.
yeah, condiments will freaking get you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I love them for it.
Practice safe snacks, use condiments. I'll
And
see myself out, don't worry.
just maybe. Speaking, yeah, of TikTok hacks, I have an announcement to make.
Mm-mm.
This podcast is about to get a lot less funny and interesting and cool because I deleted TikTok. We have nothing to talk about outside of
All
TikTok.
right.
So
Good to see you. That's where I hang up.
bye.
Click.
Yeah, it
How
wasn't.
how are you supposed to have a personality now?
I know. I don't. I mean, I really don't. I don't have anything to talk about. And I don't read. I mean, I started reading again. I'm like on this journey, whatever. I started reading again a little bit and um it's fine. It's whatever. I'm not a big reader. I have a whole shtick that I can get into about why I'm not
We
a reader.
can. And then I also want to know what book you're reading.
Have we ever talked about why I'm not a reader on this podcast?
Not on this podcast.
My soapbox. Okay.
Yeah,
When
here,
I
let me help you up onto your
Thank you. Okay,
soapbox.
thanks so much. When I first started dating in DC, so like I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, one of the things I realized that was a common thread on so many men's profiles is that they would have this description of a woman that was like, I don't really need someone who like goes out and parties all the time. I more so prefer someone who just likes to curl up with a good book and a cup of tea. And it was like this one profile after the other would say something like that. And at the time, I was like a reader. I enjoyed reading, it was one of my hobbies. But then I hated, like, when I would end up talking to men like that, how they associated staying in with a good book and tea. That was always the accompaniment. Um, associated that with being intelligent and people who like to go out and party as being like dumb girls. And it was just this like really weird, like sexist theme that I kept seeing that basically guys were like, oh, I just like,
Yeah,
I want a smart girl who reads.
and it's also like I don't want the party girl who maybe slept around or whatever. I want the girl who's going to be like the 1950s housewife and she doesn't
Right.
drink and get crazy or whatever.
Yeah. So
Okay,
it just,
Steve.
yeah, I literally, it pissed me off to the point where I started changing who I was because I was like, hey, look, I don't sit at home and read. That's not one of my hobbies, but I can still cream you in an argument and prove to you that I'm an intelligent person just because I'm not fucking sitting at home and probably reading smut, which is what all of those girls
It's so true.
read. And you know what? Power to them. I support that
I love
100%.
it. Yeah, that's what the
Like,
romance novels are, guys.
yeah, the whole I don't know, the whole thing really bothered me, so I literally stopped reading because I was like, I can be someone who is smart and worthy of a relationship, but who also goes out on the weekends and has fun.
Yeah,
So that's why I stopped reading.
I was dumb when I read and I'm dumb when I go out. I'm a dumb girl. Let me
Yeah,
live.
get over it.
Yeah, and I'm also smarter than you still. So, suck it,
Right. Yeah,
Steve.
both dumb and smart. Put that on my tombstone. Um, yeah, so that's why I stopped reading. I'm reading a book now, genuinely don't know the name of it.
Is
No
it
idea.
fiction, nonfiction?
No idea.
Okay.
Um, we're
Are you
off
like
to
3 pages
a
in?
really good no. I
Kimmy,
can't believe I don't know any of this. So
Kimmy, how far
I'm
are you in the book?
like 4 chapters.
Uh,
We're reading me and my roommate Audrey and our friend Lucy are in a quote unquote book club where we
Oh.
decided to read a book together and then eventually discuss it. However, that was supposed to happen in January. It is now almost March and it hasn't happened. So I finally downloaded the book and started reading it. So I downloaded it on my Kindle, which is why I can't tell you the name of it because I'm not constantly staring at the name of it like you would on a normal book. Like, I don't
Gotcha.
know what the cover looks like. I don't even know who wrote it. I have no idea. It's about the Ted Bundy murders in Florida State.
Oh, the one with the sorority
Yeah.
house from their perspective. I heard
Yeah.
really good reviews about that book.
So I don't know if it's considered
It's
nonfiction then.
technically it's like a historical fiction, I guess, because it's
Okay.
based on real life, but I think
Right.
it's not like a factual recounting. It's like a
And I'm
fictional.
like, is the I don't know because I literally went into this whole thing blind. I don't know if the woman who's writing it from the first person is actually one of the survivors or if she's writing it from a fictional point of view. That's what I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
I'm like, is she really one of them or is she writing this in the shoes of one of them? I
I
don't know.
don't think the author actually is a
Yeah.
survivor, but the narrator themselves, who's to say?
Yeah. So yeah, um, reading a little bit crazy. I don't know how I got here. I don't know what we were talking about before.
I also started reading again though. If you,
Slay.
yeah,
Fuck, I have to stop saying that.
you keep texting me in all caps too. Slay!
I
Oh my
know, and
God, slay,
I
honey.
texted you right before we were starting to record and I said sly and then did the little asterisk and did slay.
Yesterday you texted me a big slay too. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll have to start calling you on that in text now. But
Yeah.
no, I also picked up a book recently, which is crazy. But it was
Who
one that
are
my
we?
I know. Oh, is this getting older? You start
No,
picking up
shut
books
up.
again?
Stop that. Ugh.
Um, my therapist recommended it, and I've also heard other people really recommend it too. It's a nonfiction book.
Whoa.
It's
Sorry, I
called
didn't know you were better than all of us.
Oh, did you not know that I have a podcast? Of course I'm better than everyone.
So true, bestie. So true.
Yeah. So, add that to the list. But it's called the Book of Boundaries, and so it's
Mm-hmm.
about boundary setting and stuff, which is
Love.
something I've been working on.
You talked about this a couple episodes ago because your sister had read it.
She was going to, and then
Wow, she
she
dropped the
didn't.
ball.
Yeah,
Kelly, if
she's
you're
been
listening,
busy.
I'm disappointed.
We're disappointed that we're the only ones reading now. Um,
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else am I supposed to do without TikTok? But like
true.
everyone, when I'm saying this app was so directly feeding my delusions, it was literally insane. Like it feels like it was in my brain in terms of how on point these like relationship recommendations would be, health recommendations would be. I don't know if I've talked about it. Weird allergic reaction shit going on. Um, I had like doom scrolled into basically convincing myself that I had like the craziest rare skin disease. Like, and it would give me so much anxiety. It was like I know some of our friends love TikTok and have like really curated their feeds to be peaceful, like brain food, like genuinely only things they're interested in. I like hate watch shit a lot. And also, like, I don't know. It was making me absolutely delusional. I was like, I have to get rid of it. So, though I am not religious, I have given it up for Lent. Um, 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh
We'll
my
see if I
God.
make it.
Yeah, I'm adding something for Lent. I think I'm gonna pick up a new habit.
Okay, love.
Doesn't
Let's hear it.
doesn't mean it's good or not. No, I'm just saying I think I should. I haven't.
Mhm.
I'm
Okay,
actually gonna take up smoking for 40 days and see what happens.
fun. Okay, I love this challenge. I
Uh,
kind of used Lent as a reason to restart my New Year's resolutions that all went into the ground because so did my mental health.
hmm.
Um so I mean full transparency still is this whole Lent thing and me trying to be a better person because of it is a facade that I'm just hoping sticks. But people say if you do things over and over again, they eventually become a habit. So I'm like, maybe we've got reading in there. I'm
Yeah,
trying to do a gallon of water a day.
hot.
Um, I'm trying to only drink once a week.
Wow. Who is
Yeah,
she?
it's pretty rude and disgusting of me, but
This is
drinking has made me really sad
oh.
lately, so I can't
Oink,
do.
oink,
Wah, wah,
oink.
wah.
Yeah, I mean, even though it is a religious thing, I think it's nice to have like excuses to reset or have like a
Yeah,
reason to like like the people who do dry January. I mean,
yeah,
granted that also is the first month of the year, so it also kind of goes hand in hand with a resolution, but it's like some people are like, I just want to be healthier this month. So with dry January doing
totally.
like the hard and soft number challenge, 30, 75, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing like a 75 soft, I guess, because I hope that I can make it past Lent with all of this. I recently looked up what actually 75 hard is.
It's insane, and the people
It's
who
in
pull it off are so privileged.
it's insane. Agree, because a lot of it, like the 45-minute workout outside, I'm like, okay, ever lived in a place with winter?
Like ever had to work like grueling job hours or multiple
Yeah.
jobs and like
The other part
eating,
of it,
yeah.
yeah. The other part of it that just really, I mean, I was literally just seeking some type of guidance, right? So I was like, I'm gonna look up what this is and maybe stick to it. No. Part of it is taking a progress. Let me go back a little bit. 75 hard is a mental fortitude challenge that brands itself as not being about weight loss. That is a very important part of this little tangent. Okay, with that in mind, everyone, one key part of 75 hard that you cannot miss, or else you have to restart from day one, is taking a progress photo every single day.
What the fuck?
Like, hello, I do not have the mental fortitude now or after I finish 75 hard to take a photo of my body every single day. Also, it's just then clearly about weight loss.
I just want to let you know that while we've been talking about this, I did Google it.
Okay, I was wondering, I could see your little eyes moving in the background.
Okay. I'm on clevelandclinic.org, which is I
Okay.
feel like the Cleveland Clinic is,
Yeah.
somewhat trustworthy.
Yeah, decently
It's in their
respectable.
health blog. So 75 Hard Challenge, oh, it's so hard, was started in 2019 by Andy Frisella,
Mhm.
who is a podcaster, entrepreneur, and CEO of the supplement company First Form. And that's form spelled PHORM. It's a one part fitness
Or
program.
why?
Yeah, one part fitness program, one part nutritional plan. The 75 Hard Challenge centers around the idea of, quote, mental toughness, unquote,
Mm.
that you have to
I
push.
liked my word fortitude better, sorry.
I do too.
Thank
You should
you.
do marketing for them.
Thanks.
You have to push yourself past your comfort zone and challenge yourself to the extreme in the effort to make long-term lasting improvement on your body, mind, and overall outlook on life. This feels like one of those when like a Marine or Navy SEAL like writes a self-help book.
Yes.
And they're like,
For
you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and take a cold shower and then yell at yourself in the
yeah.
mirror and then you can have a good day.
So many, like, this is why I can't ever read, like, an autobiography from someone like Elon Musk or, like, these whatever, these, like, mad successful CEOs because every single one of their days is going to claim to start at 4 AM.
Yeah. Okay.
Why? Why did we, like, as a society, universally decide that you cannot be successful unless you wake up at 4 AM? Like, it's on the job description. "Oh, are you applying to be the new CEO of Amazon? Great. Set that fucking alarm. They're for 3:59. You don't have a choice.
you don't you have no choice in this.
You have no choice. You have to wake up at 4 AM. You have to do some type of psychotic workout."
Okay. Just so everyone else knows, for 75 days, participants must complete 5 critical daily tasks that double down on exercising twice a day. So that's like one inside, one outside. Sticking to a rigid nutrition plan and strengthening your mental fortitude. They used it earlier in the
Oh,
article.
hell yeah.
All without rest, cheat days, or substitutions. If one task is overlooked or partially completed, the clock restarts and you have to begin the 75-day program again, starting with day one. So that's also why I think this is really crazy, is because you have to start over again. So it like makes it that you can't, like they're looking at this like you can't fail, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So they interviewed a health and sports performance psychologist, Matthew Sacco, Sacco, PhD, as to
God
why
damn, we're a
this
psychology podcast again. Go us.
the 75 hard challenge raises more concerns than rewards for most people, and how
Mm-hmm.
certain aspects can be put to good use regardless of the state of your physical, mental, and emotional health. So we're talking about all this. The first quote from Dr. Sacco is, "This is another one of those fad lifestyle plans."
Mm-hmm. Also, this is an intrusive thought. People have not made enough dick jokes about this challenge. I'm sorry. It's called 75 hard.
They haven't. And the people who are doing like the opposite, or the 75 soft or whatever,
That's kind of what I'm doing.
I know, but I just
You can
really
make dick
want
jokes about that.
to. Okay, so you have to follow a nutrition plan of your choice, no alcohol or cheat meals. And they list a couple diets that you can try: Mediterranean, keto, vegan, paleo, etc., whole 30.
So all fad diets built into a bigger fad diet.
Correct. If you're not making
Fad
like
diets built into a fad lifestyle.
yeah, they're taking like all these fucking fads and putting it into
Yeah.
one program. So in order to like eat clean, eat whole foods, eat vegan, whatever, like it gets fucking expensive. So check
Oh
one
yeah.
on privilege. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so you have two 45-minute workouts. One must be outside. So that's saying that you have an hour and a half allotted time twice. So, I don't know if you can do back to back workouts or what, but you have an hour and a half of every day dedicated to physical fitness. Some people just only have 30 minutes,
Yeah.
because you have a busy day with a family and work. Um, so then it goes on to say it's moderate to intensity aerobic exercises for 30 minutes a day is recommended 5 days a week. That's like the general doctor thing because it can help with certain things. But twice a day without a day of rest. I think we also need to remember that if you don't do any of these, you have to start over. You have to do this every day.
And it's also been like scientifically proven that rest is so important for long-term like muscle build and cardio health.
Seriously. Okay, so the doctor says psychologically it reinforces your commitment to physical health when you exercise twice a day, but the mentality of pushing through and that exercise is supposed to be hard is supposed to hurt further, and it's supposed to hurt further increases risk for somebody to push beyond just being sore. So he's saying
Right.
that this adds risk. Um, Crazy.
Yeah, speaking of TikTok, I got on this side where people were like pushing themselves way too hard in the gym and like it was scary. I'm like, your muscles are gonna snap. Like people doing the leg extension lift where like their quads are popping out and shaking, and I'm just like, I cannot. I can't.
I texted a boy and I was like,
A boy,
no.
not a
Um
man.
a boy. And
That
I
was
was
pretty
like,
good for me. I
it
did a
was good. I liked your
thank
Jennifer
you.
Coolidge.
Thank you.
Keep working on it. Um,
Okay. Oh, okay.
but I was leaving the no, I'm saying so you can do more than just that phrase.
Okay, I don't even remember what I said
A,
now.
a boy or
A
whatever.
man. A
Okay.
man. Wow, that one was bad. Cut that one out.
It's okay. So I was like, when you're like leaving the gym after like, like a hard workout, like you added more
Mhm.
weight or something, or you're not doing like just endurance muscle building, and like
Yeah.
your muscles are shaking. And he was like,
Mhm.
no. I was like, he's like, my
Well,
muscles never shook. And I was like, what?
yeah, that
Hello?
happens to me. I've seen on the talk before, my deletion gate, um, that the shake is bad.
To have?
Oh, sorry, during.
Oh,
During.
no, I just meant like after. I think if you're
Yeah.
on like your last one, because you're pushing to it. The other thing is like, not every
Pretty crazy
workout
a
you're
man
going to
doesn't
be.
know what it's like for a woman's legs to shake.
Seriously. Say it louder for the people in the back. Um, but like if you're exercising to like build muscle mass in bulk, like you're going to
Mhm.
be doing stuff to the point of failure, which is
Yeah.
lower reps, higher weight. So you
Yeah.
probably will shake at like the very end of it. But like sometimes when you leave the gym and then like I'll put my hands on the steering wheel of a car or like I go to
Yeah.
lift something up and I'm like, oh my God, my
Oh,
arm's shaking.
if my arm one of my arm days and hair wash day coincide,
Oh God.
that's a hard shower. That's a hard shower right there. I'm literally like trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pain.
Anyway, just to wrap this up, the doctor, everyone drink a gallon of water. That's, have more water in your life. I know I'm terrible at drinking water, but that's number three. Number four for this challenge is 10 pages of a nonfiction book. And the doctor suggests, just read anything for any amount of time, and adding that is, better than not doing it. So,
Hmm.
and then the last thing is, as you were talking about, take a progress picture.
Crazy.
But healthcare providers, this is written, healthcare providers advise avoiding weighing yourself every day because numbers fluctuate. So I guess,
You know what?
I don't know.
I sometimes I actually it depends. Obviously, like there are so many different levels of comfort and like what someone is capable of handling seeing every day. Like I couldn't do a progress photo. I think that would just lead me to nitpick and just be genuinely like
Yeah.
unhappy literally every day looking at it. Also, like I don't want that on my phone. What?
Yeah, I
But
think maybe
some
that's like the important part is knowing like, will this trigger me? Will I be able to still be positively, or is this going to
yeah.
negatively affect my self-worth and appearance of myself? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's interesting they say not to weigh yourself every day because it fluctuates, but I actually find that weighing, like if you're on a if I'm personally on a weight loss journey, that weighing myself more frequently is actually helpful because I do see that fluctuation instead
Mhm.
of just like on a random like week to week. Okay, who knows what my body's doing if I like have more water retention for some reason, if I'm going through a hormonal cycle. Like there are all
Making
these
a
different
hormone, something men also know nothing about.
yeah, I'm you want to know something though? Same. Like you don't remember how the endocrine system works. Like that
Mhm.
was a long time ago. I know
Mhm.
I got them. I know
Yeah,
they're going through my body thanks to my IUD,
true.
and that's about it.
Yeah.
That's really
I'm
it.
I'm with you. I need like second like tier health class for the
Yeah.
25, 30 and up. Like what's going to happen to my body as I age? I need more of that.
Yeah, I was supposed to be an exercise and sports science double major in college for a time being.
Oh.
Because I thought I was gonna go like the sport marketing route, and weirdly at my school, the sport business side of like education was in the EXSS program, not in the business school. So I was doing both of them for a while, and then on like a random Saturday, we had a physiology exam that was open at 3 p.m. online and or closed at 3 p.m. online. Yeah, it closed at 3 p.m. on a Saturday, and I had left it for Saturday to do. Had gotten the flu, and I was recently telling this story, so it's kind of funny that physiology came up on this podcast, but I was so ill that I literally slept past 3 p.m. And for everyone listening, yes, I actually was sick. I was not hungover. Um, I know college can be deceptive in the storytelling and how we were actually sick, but I had the flu and I slept through my physiology exam and I could not, I would have had to get 100 on everything else for the rest of the semester in order to get like a B minus, which obviously wasn't going to happen. So dropped the class and ended up actually dropping the whole major because after that I would have had to take 18 credit hours for the rest of my time at Carolina. So yeah.
I also dropped out of physiology. I thought I wanted to do
Whoa.
athletic training, so I was taking some kines courses my first year, kinesiology
Mm,
courses.
yeah.
And I studied my little Tookus off, and I could not pass that
Not your
class.
Tookus.
Yeah, I was in like a 700 person lecture, so
Mm,
it was a lot, and I was very scared to like ask for help and questions because I was just a wee little freshman. But
yeah.
anyway, we're
Wow, look at us.
twins.
And now we're
Woo!
physiologists.
Yeah, now we have a podcast. Suck it, college.
And now I know everything about the endocrine system.
Exactly. Thank you, 75 hard.
I want to also quickly go back to something we were talking about with the CEOs about showering.
Oh,
This
God.
recently came up on a podcast that I follow, and while I hate duplicative content and like stealing ideas from them, I do think that this is an interesting debate. And I didn't necessarily agree with either of what they were saying. So I'm like, now we have a chance to talk about it. Are
Okay.
you a morning shower person or a night shower person? And an answer can be both.
Yeah, I'm both because it depends on my fucking schedule.
Okay.
Like, I think like if I am showering butt crack early in the morning, it's probably because I have like an event and I need to like, blow dry my hair or
Yeah.
something. Or like I was traveling the night before maybe and I didn't feel like showering before I went to bed. If I don't like have to look terribly presentable, I just have to look good, then I'm probably shower the night before so that I don't have to worry about like allowing time to shower in the morning so I could do my makeup or something.
Yeah.
I typically like showering at night better, because I feel clean when I get into my bed then, and being clean in
Yes.
a bed is a top tier feeling,
Totally.
especially after you shave your legs. And
Yeah.
I
One thing
also
we have on men, standard
exactly.
men. You can shave your legs
Um,
if you want.
I also do, and I've been trying to be better about this in like the last 6 months I have been, is when I like work out or like I take a walk or something and I get like sweaty and whatnot, I try to shower like pretty quickly
Yeah. Yeah.
after that, just for hygiene, body breakouts, all that kind of stuff. And my body has been responding better to that. So, if I'm going
Hell
to the
yeah.
gym at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be showering at like 7 or whenever I get home.
Right.
Same thing if I like go on a walk at 2 p.m., I'm going to shower after that. So
Yeah. I
it's whenever
think
it fits my schedule.
yeah, that makes sense. I'm a night person, nighttime shower person. That also coincides because I work out in the like afternoon to evenings. But like if I'm leaving, let's just say standard day. I wake up, I work from home. Let's say I don't work out that day. I go meet friends for drinks. I come home. In that standard day, does it make more sense to you for me to work out when I wake up before I work or when I get home after drinks with friends?
I think it depends on how many drinks you have.
Hannah, we're getting too technical here. I
I would
just
say, oh, I would go during the day at some point before if I knew I had drinks with friends later.
okay, fine. So I will say I'm a both person. If I have plans, I'll shower before the plans, and when I get home, I will 9 times out of 10 shower because
Oh, yeah.
there is so much shit out in the wild. Like I'm walking through dog pee, pollution, like I'm sitting in a restaurant full of meat smoke. Like there is so much I do
Vapes.
not understand people who can go out and about, go to an office, go out drinking, go sit in a movie theater and come home and just get in bed.
Yeah. I mean, unless I am dog tired, feeling absolutely terrible, and I do not have the spoons to fucking shower.
Yeah,
But even then, like I would probably at least try and body shower just because I would
right?
feel so gross me
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
everything.
And that's all I mean. Like I'm not washing my hair every night. I'm just like body showering, like getting the day off.
Yeah,
And then
I
the other
agree.
side of the argument was like, "Oh, well, your body collects so much oil when you sleep, you have to like wake up and clean it." And I was like, "More oil than what you're walking through on the subway?"
As someone who comes from an oily family, we have the oil gene. We are oil slicks. I do not have it that bad. But like my dad used to say he would shower at night and shower in the morning.
Yeah.
Like when he was working, he would shower
Yeah.
twice a day.
Yeah, so does my dad.
And that if that and I've done that, in the summer when you're sweaty and stuff and you have stuff going on, but like
Yeah, summer is like
it,
a whole different. Speaking of showers and speaking of subways, have you realized that with like these fashion trends
that you
recently,
want to eat a Subway sub in the shower and cry.
yes, not a realization that I had previous to now, but why does everyone who lives in New York look like they just need a shower?
Hmm. Yeah. Even the ones that come from money.
Everyone
It's because
who
the
lives in
dirty
New York,
hippie vibe is like so prevalent, I feel like, in a lot of
yes, it's
places.
Brooklyn. It's the hipster
Yeah.
Brooklyn. I'm like, please shower. When did you shower last? When did you shower last?
We
Like,
don't need a homemade deodorant. We
oh,
need full thing, especially in the heat of summer. We need full
I
thing.
just
If you're
hit
not
my
leaving
nose
the
on the mic.
house, oh no.
It's fine. I just made me realize that I think I have a pimple coming in.
Oh my God, pimple twins. We have
Yeah,
nice
I
pimples.
just want to take everyone I know who lives in New York and be like, please shower.
Get a nail brush. Hey, everyone, if you don't have a nail brush, get a nail brush. Just wash underneath your nails.
Oh, that's so crazy. I don't have a nail brush.
Get it.
But
It
my nails
dries.
aren't that long. I also broke a nail mad bad today and it hurt.
I feel like also you're pretty clean, you know?
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. I'm pretty hygienic.
Yeah, you're
I'd
one of the
like to
people I'm
think.
not really worried about when it comes to hygiene, but some people, I'm just like, what the fuck is under your fingernails?
I think that I associate people in New York needing to shower because I feel like I constantly need to shower whenever I'm in New York.
Because
And
I'm
then I
sweaty and covered in
see,
pollution and like
yeah,
splash from the road spray.
right. And then I see people like posting out and about in New York and I can like smell the photo and I just want to put them in a shower.
Okay. I have one
Maybe
last,
this is the me problem.
maybe, maybe it's more you, but I have one
Yeah.
last thing to talk about today. Now
Okay.
that we're talking about smells, I realized that
So I'm not ready.
we live a privileged life in DC.
Mhm.
The smoking laws are state by state
Mhm.
for the most part, and I realized that means that some bars in other states are smoking bars.
That's
I
still a
forgot
thing.
about that. Yeah, I
Like
forgot
you
about
can
that
smoke
because we've been in.
inside.
Yeah, it depends on the state rule. Like, for example, I'm from Pennsylvania, so like PA, it has to do with something of like the amount of food that contributes to your revenue versus drinks. So like if food isn't a big part of your revenue, like if it's like 10% or less or something, then you can have a smoke
Yeah.
there.
Oh. That's it. I wonder if Georgia's like that because there are smoking bars in the Atlanta airport, which feels so wrong. Like at an airport?
Yeah. It's like when you go to Europe and you walk past all the smoking rooms. But I mean, it's crazy. Like I didn't think about that
I
until
guess
like
maybe it's not
I
that
like
far.
revisit people in Pennsylvania and then I'm like, fuck, that's right. You can smoke in places here.
Stale cigarette smoke is really foul.
Heaven forbid I ever have to move in anywhere where a smoker lived before me. Like a
N-
house. No, I
No.
wouldn't be able to buy it.
Do they have to disclose that? Like a realtor?
I think so because it'll stain the walls, especially like it stains things, the
And
smoke.
I guess secondhand smoke has still been found to cause cancer. So,
Yeah, and if it's like in carpets or walls and stuff, like
ew, I feel like I can smell it. I hate it
anyway, I
so
just
much.
wanted to call attention to our fortune and
Thank you.
privilege of going
Yeah.
anywhere we want in DC and not having to worry about like people smoking indoors unless we go to like a cigar or hookah lounge.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why we would, but
I went to a hookah lounge last July on a second date.
oh, okay. Would you
Yeah.
recommend it? We'll talk about this next week. I want to know. I We'll talk about our date spots for certain dates next week, but
I don't know if I'm ready for that, but
okay.
we'll see.
We'll talk
I'll
about it another week.
have another therapy appointment between
Yeah.
now and then. So,
Perfect.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for bearing with us as we are on and off and, getting our shit together. Life is life, and sometimes it's not kind to us. I hope it's been kind to you. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, we love you guys. You're great. Yeah, give us some feedback or something because we give you all this.
Yeah,
Give us something in return,
yeah,
fuckers.
that's only fair. And I promise I'll have a Dr. Kelp next time. Okay.
Perfect.
Bye.
Bye.